Hey guys, back again. It is Empress Ruth. Thank you for always liking, subscribing, and viewing my channel. Uh, Doing a lot of recording from home, as you can see. If you've been watching my videos, it's wintertime, and I live in Chicago. And for winter, I am a straight up hermit. I do not leave my home unless I have to. Once it gets cold outside, and the weather really ain't even bad here in Chicago, but um, just to let you know, this is why I'm recording from home in the comfort of my bedroom so often. But what I wanted to talk about today was awakenings, and specifically um, just awakenings and also Kundalini awakenings. And the awakening process is one that is layered. It's a layered process. It is not a overnight whop bam da boom and you woke and you seeing the world through whole new lenses. Awakenings are layered where you'll have like a awakening moment, or you'll have a sudden realization of the way things are is not the truth as far as what you've been taught and told, and you just have a sudden realization of the wool has been pulled over your eyes to certain things. That's an awakening, and that's just one form. And so, you awaken to something new, and then a couple months later, maybe you go through another awakening, and it's on the same wavelength of what you already thought you woke up from. That's what I mean by it's layered. You're always peeling back layers and layers and layers, and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and we are eternal, so it's never ending. You're always on your journey. You're always awakening. There's always going to be layers of things that are peeled back. And when I think about Kundalini, my Kundalini experience was so beautiful and so peaceful. And, I listened to a lot of people's stories about the Kundalini awakening, and it's never one that's been smooth or just peaceful. People always say how they experience so much pain and depression, and they just go through a lot after the awakening. And just sitting, realizing that my entire spiritual journey has been a little bit different from anybody that I've heard. And not to say that I am better than anyone, because that's not where I'm going, but just recognizing that I'm on a whole different spectrum as far as my spiritual journey has gone. For my Kundalini awakening, music is such an integral part of my awakening. Music is just an intricate part for me as far as a journey, because of the vibrations and how the vibrations move the water and how the water moves me. So music is a big role in my life. And for my Kundalini awakening, I happened to have my headphones on, because I like to listen to my music, sometimes loud. Well, not sometimes loud. A lot of times I listen to, like, if I'm out and about in the streets and I'm in my car, my music is loud. One of them, your windows are shaking, that's me all day. But anyway, not to get off the topic, but I had my headphones on to listen to my music, and they're the good ones. I paid some money for them. But I put those on when I don't want to disturb my house. My home is always quiet. Um, my children are always quiet because I'm just a very quiet person. So we're just very quiet. And so if I don't want to disturb the peace in my house, I put my headphones on. So I had my headphones on and I was in my bed. I was in lotus position and I was just rocking to the music. And suddenly the rocking turned into, I'm like, what's happening? And it turned into, okay, I got scared because it actually happened twice. And the first time I was at home, and like I was saying, I was in the bed and I felt a uncoiling in the base of my spine, and an uncoiling, and it was starting to rise up, and I got so scared. I took the music off. I just like shut down. And people say, well, you can't stop a Kundalini awakening once it comes. I did. Mine, because I was so afraid of what was happening, and I knew what was happening, and I just felt like I wasn't ready. I stopped it. I stopped it. So, and I sat and I talked to a friend about it, and I said, when it comes again, I'm just gonna let it happen. I was like, because when you are experiencing something new and you don't know nothing about it, for me, I was freaking out. I was like, woo, I knew about it and I've heard about it, but to actually go through the experience, I was freaking out to the point where I shut it down and I stopped it. And so it actually came back around again the following week. And this time I knew it. I had thought about it. I had talked myself through it. And I was like, when it comes again, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm just going to let it take place and unfold however it unfolds. And again, same thing, sitting in my bed, music on, lotus position, lights off, because I like a dark space. Because I'm more comfortable in the dark when I'm at home. I don't like a lot of bright lights unless I'm working or I'm in the kitchen or I'm cleaning up. But when I'm in my bedroom, I like the lights very soft. So I was in the dark, and it started uncoiling again. It started uncoiling. And what I was listening to as it was uncoiling was Janet Jackson's Anytime, Any Place. And you know how long that song is. It was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience for me. Oh my God. And all it is an uncoiling of your own power that you're born with. And that power shoots up. It uncoiled at the base of my spine, and they describe it like a snake. It's a snake for real. I felt the snake uncoiling her feminine energy. And as she uncoiled, she started going up my spine, going through each of my chakras. And I became so still. And I wish energetically I had a camera to film it, because as the energy was shooting up, I also was being bathed at the same time with light codes and energies and downloads from heaven. It was so surreally beautiful. And I was stuck in a position where I really couldn't move because I was getting so many downloads and the power was up. It was just reciprocal. the energy was reciprocal, and I was getting downloads. It was beautiful. And it was so long that the song was ending, and I put my finger up and I hit repeat to let the process finish. And it was just, you know how you see the Indian depictions and they're sitting lotus position and they have the snakes coming out and all these arms. That's what it felt like, for real, for real. And that's what I experienced. Um, so I know just through a lot of my experiences and what I'm able to pick up and what I feel and what I can do, I know I am a different kind of person, a different kind of being. And I know I have a very, very, very specific purpose here. And awakenings, they are layered. And because I was so calm and because I was so accepting of the awakening, that's why it was so smooth, so beautiful, and I had the full experience because I let go up here. I let go in my mind and just let the energy flow. And because I allowed it to flow, my life has flowed in such a way, in such a spiritual way, in where it's flowing on the 3D way for me. And I kept sitting thinking like, okay, my life has been so secluded. I've been very secluded for so many years. But I had to go into a seclusion because of the awakening process that I have been going through. And I've been on my journey for 11 years now. When I think back on it, it's been 11 years. But for the past 6 years, it's been accelerated. And for the past 2 years, it was super accelerated. And for this past year, 2019, I've been catapulted into another fear. I'm not even in this realm. And I couldn't understand so much every time I went through an awakening. It takes so many days for me to deal with the process that it doesn't come to me exactly what is going on for days. And after it comes through, it's like, whoa, okay, that's what that was. I hope I'm just explaining this in a way that's coherent, because I'm just trying to explain it as I remember and try and break it down. Like, if you are awakened, it's always going to be a light bulb moment for you continuously. If you're really into this thing of awakening, and it's not a thing, it's life, real life. It's the life that was intended for all divine beings. How we have been living has been unauthentic, not real, because of a lot of the controlling factors that have been going on in the world. And it's a small group controlling masses of people. And really unbalanced how things have been. And now it's just time for the truth to arise, for the truth of who we really are is coming forward. And I know that my job is to teach a lot of this information, and a lot of it is ancient, and it is coming back to my remembrance on such a deep level. It's wake up time. Do not fear the awakening process. Try and look at it from, don't be afraid. If you keep looking at it from the perspective of how you were born and raised, you'll never get the correct answer or viewpoint. You literally have to change how you look at things, because how we've been taught to look at them is incorrect. I'm going to say it, and I'll probably get a lot of people and a lot of flack about that, but it's incorrect the way we have been trained and raised and taught. Oh, you have to look at things from, you got to lose the human morality thing. And not to say, oh, rob, kill, steal, but we are so closed and tight with all the rules and regulations that we've created. And if we've created the rules, we can absolutely change the rules. Like, well, we can't do that. Why not? You elected somebody and put them in office and said, okay, here. And they made some rules. And they consulted with other people about those rules, and they agreed, and now we got a law. Look at it like that. So now we can say, well, we don't like those laws, we don't like those rules. They really don't fit anymore. So let's make some new rules and some new laws. But first, we need to shut down what's currently in place, because it's not working. And it hasn't been for such a long time. So what does politics and awakening have to do? Everything. Everything. Everything is combined, connected. Politics, government, schooling, professional environments, all how we live in today's society was carefully orchestrated. Control tool. But you are not to control another divine being. You are a God. You are a God. Gods and goddesses. If you believe in God, and you believe God is your father, or God is your mother, or however you look at God, if you look at God and you say father and mother, if you truly believe God is a parent, why are you not a God yourself? 1 + 1 is 2. That means you have complete control over your life. Almost. Co-creator. You really do have complete control over your life. And it is connected with the divine as you are co-creating your reality. Whatever your thoughts are is your world that you are creating. No one else is creating your world but you. So if you're watching the news every day, oh, the shooting, I ain't doing, but you're watching that. So that is creating your world. That's the world that you're engaging in. So that is your world. Whatever you're engaging in is going to be your reality. Whatever your constant thoughts are is going to be your reality. So a man thinketh, so is he. Break things down with logic. In religion, we're taught, you fear this, you fear that, you're going to get punished for this if you don't do that. That is a fear-based thing. That is not how the divine works. That is not how God works. That is not how we work. Gods and goddesses, divine beings, ancient beings, older than this place that we are in, older than the gods that run this place. There are many gods out here. There's only one true God that created all. Awakenings. Very real. Very layered. Take your time with your awakening process. Be gentle with yourself. It's not an overnight process, nor does it need to be. Take yourself out of the time-based reality that everything has to be done so quick, right now. No, it does not. I could not be here tomorrow. You can be wherever you want to be. You are a creator. Can't say that enough. You are a creator. And if you're not gonna manifest what you want to manifest overnight. It may take months. It may take years. It depends on where you are in your journey. I am so far advanced on my spiritual journey and so deeply connected. Am I a manifester? Yes, I am. I've been manifesting a lot. And I was even discouraged myself because the things that I was looking forward to had not manifested in the time that I thought they should have manifested. I had to let go of a time mindset. And that is as long as I'm thinking about how much longer I manifested, I did this, I did that. It should already be here. Divine timing. Certain things have to be set in place, to be set in motion for things to follow through. Everything is a process. So if you're waiting to get a delivery, so you're waiting on the delivery, that means you have something coming. So that means whatever item you have coming had to be produced. Somebody had to take the time to sit and make it. And once they made it, they had to package it. And once they packaged it, they had to ship it. And once they shipped it, the driver had to drive, or a train or a plane. And then it goes to the delivery center. And once it gets to the delivery center, then they make their route to your home. It's a process. It's not overnight. If you're looking and you're like, well, this manifestation stuff ain't working. Yes, it is. You have to stick to your thoughts, feelings, emotions, your faith in yourself to know that you can create whatever it is that you want to create. with patience, trust, understanding, you'll get exactly what you are trying to manifest. The awakening journey takes many dips, dives, turns, flips, because it's a journey. And think of the movie Lord of the Rings. It was a journey. How many movies did they have to make? How many years did it take for Frodo to go on that journey? It took a long time. So don't be in a rush, because you are learning as you go. You are growing and learning and getting stronger, getting faster, getting more in tune, getting a deeper, broader understanding that you are expansive. And as I talk to you, I talk to myself. You are expansive, unending, multi-dimensional being, not just human. Food for thought.